Hello, you poor bastards. This is T-Joe-B-123, T-Joe-123, T-Job-123, whatever you want to call me. And the idea just came to me that, hey, I got a bunch of Neptunia stuff, so let's show it off, why don't we? I'm mainly doing this for /r/game industry, so you're welcome. But be grateful I'm even showing the rest of you bastards, so let's get right into it. This is the Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart limited edition. This is just the outer box, and so yeah, behind there is Attack on Titan parts 1 and 2, and a whole bunch of other anime Blu-rays, which I don't have room to show off anywhere else, as you'll see here in just a second. But speaking of Noir, this would be the Hyperdimension Neptunia anime Blu-ray, and this cover, as well as the DVD cover, is they're reversible. This one is reversible with white heart, and the other is reversible with purple and green hearts, respectively. Behind that is the case for the Hyper Devotion Noir figurine that Japanese gamers got, or rather the Japanese Neptunia fan base got, with their limited edition, and we didn't. Moving right along, we have the Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory Lunchbox. Now, this is kind of cool because back when NIS of America, or NISA as I like to call them, was doing the series, they always produced really cool limited edition collector's sets. I don't have the first two, but because Mark II is where I first jumped on the series, but I didn't get the limited edition because I didn't have the money to pay for it, because that was also the time when NISA started making their limited edition sets online exclusive rather than through GameStop and stuff. But anyway, that's beside the point. I really like this limited edition because, one, it's a lunchbox, and two, look at the artwork. It shows purple and black hearts off in all of their glory, along with all this other slide that I have that I will now continue showing you. This will be the Hyperdimension Neptunia anime the anime series box, which houses both the DVD and Blu-ray cases I mentioned earlier. I think it's a pretty good series if you're into the Neptunia franchise at all, and it's certainly, in my honest opinion, one of the better video game to anime adaptations that we've seen in the past couple of years. Cough cough, Blaze Blue Walter Memory, and cough cough, Danganronpa. You two suck. They should never be watched by you, for reasons. And this is the Noir figurine in question, and behind that would be the Hyperdimension Neptunia PP, or Producing Perfection Limited Edition, which was the last Neptunia game to be localized by NISA, and one of the only two Neptunia games out of, like, what is it, 10 now? Or 6 or 7 on Vita that is not PlayStation TV compatible. And I do have one of those, and if I remember when I get to it, I will show you in this video. But I honestly think that this was their weakest limited edition by far, because it only came with a cloth and some cheap headphones. Granted, they were Neptunia-themed, but they were cheap nonetheless. I think the only redeeming factor is just this box art, because, I mean, look at it. And not to mention, these outfits are not available in-game, not even as paid DLC, unless Japan got it through one of their promotional shits. Which, by the way, NIS of America never ever bothered bringing over. There was a lot of DLC that the Japanese fanbase got that we didn't. And the same goes with one particular DLC scenario in Victory, which thankfully we did get in Rebirth 3. But yeah. That's Hyperdimension Neptunia PP, and also in front of it, it's not really Neptunia related, but all throughout my shelf I have all the various figures from the Tales of Zestiria Collector's Edition. If you want to see that unboxing, it's on my channel. So yeah. And this would be the Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2 Sister Generation Limited Edition. Sorry, had to do that. Had to do that. Rebirth 1 was the first of the Neptunia games to be localized by Idea Factory International, who now does every Neptunia game except for the ones I just mentioned from NIS of America. And, well, the reason why I don't have that one is because they did not have their own online store as of yet, and so they had to rely on Amazon's marketplace, and they could not allow pre-orders per Amazon's policy, and they only had 1,000 for across both North America and Europe. So upon release day of the game, it went up on sale, and needless to say, a bunch of the loyal Neptunia fanbase, including myself, was kind of screwed out of it because of shopping cart errors and all kinds of other bullshit. And it turns out a bunch of scalpers bought up most of the copies within about an hour, while the rest of us got error messages checking out. Excuse me. I just ate dinner. So yeah, I never got the Rebirth 1 Limited Edition, but I did get it digitally on PlayStation Network because I had Amazon store credit left over, so I figured I'd just pick up both that and Minecraft in one fell swoop, so I figured why not. But then Rebirth 2 comes along, and I wasn't actually going to get it because, let's be honest, Mark II was probably my least favorite entry in the series. So I wasn't really too excited for this, but then when it came time to pre-order on Iffy's online store, I just figured, you know what, I'll go ahead and buy this. I want to support Idea Factory International after the little screw up with Rebirth 1 Limited Edition. Granted, it wasn't well, I actually don't know what the hell happened, why it was 1,000 units, but whatever. And plus, I actually never finished Mark II. I got to the final boss for the normal ending, and I could just never beat it. And plus, the game is so much better with improved gameplay systems and mechanics and whatnot. Yeah, the whole Rebirth series basically remakes the first 3 Neptunia games using Victory's battle system. And good news, I was finally able to beat this and get all the endings to boot. And speaking of Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory, this is the standard game case. It should be noted that I do not, I'm sorry, that I do not actually have the disc anymore, and I probably wouldn't want to play it because, you know, Rebirth 3 and everything, and plus it's PS3, and I don't want to go back to playing my PS3 for games. And oh god, it's Iron Sword on the instruction manual. Close it. But yeah, it's up here because I think it looks really cool, and I like the purple heart aesthetic. Go give me just 1 second while I look off the camera and try to get this back up here without having it drop down here again. This would be the this is the Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth. Stay, please. Rebirth 3 V Generation art book, and well, I think you can guess what comes in that. But behind all that is the Street Fighter 25th Anniversary Collector's Edition, which comes with a whole bunch of Street Fighter goodies, like it comes with Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, what else? There was one other game, oh yeah, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Both of those games came on a disc, and there was also like 11 soundtrack CDs from like Street Fighter 2 Turbo or whatever it was, all the way up to Street Fighter Cross Tekken. There was also an art book, and, well, I know this is not Neptunia related, but I want to show you my whole shelf, actually. But which is mostly Neptunia, but yeah. It also came with a PSN download code that had a bunch of avatars, a bunch of DLC for the 2-disc games that I just mentioned. It also had the Street Fighter Alpha series, including the PSP version of Street Fighter Alpha 3, which means that, you know, you can download all 3 PS1 games and the PSP version and now play it on the go thanks to the PS Vita backwards compatibility, or just play the PS1 version joining PS3. I don't care. As well as Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, I think that's what it was called, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition. So, not to mention a couple of Blu-rays with like the Street Fighter 4 anime OVA and a couple other movies to boot, as well as like a documentary of some sorts. But anyway, yeah, I got way off topic. Well, and I think I might stay off topic for a bit. Well, whatever. This is my video. That is the Rachel Alucard Nendroid that came included with the Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma limited edition, the original game, not Chrono Phantasma Extend, which is the new version. But yeah, and also on top of the Street Fighter 25 box is the Mila figurine from the Tales of Xillia Collector's Edition, the Ryu statue, which also came with the Street Fighter 25 treasure box, and the box for the Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3 V-Generation Limited Edition. And yeah, there's Saray, there's Mikleo, and there's Hyperdimension Neptunia U Action Unleashed. Also the Limited Edition, which is, well, kind of like an a Senran Kagura take on the series, where, you know, you slice up a whole bunch of baddies, and yeah, and you get to have your clothes ripped off too. But unfortunately, you only stick with one costume, and that's the one that you're looking at right here for the most part. Which is sad, but whatever. And that basically fills out my shelf. Oh, and the Rebirth 3 Limited Edition also came with this neat Purple Heart paper craft thing. I forget what it was called, but yeah, my shelf is rather full of Neptunia stuff, but it's also, behind all the Neptunia stuff, we got things like Arch and El Kokoga. I don't have the disc for that anymore either. There's the Guilty Gear stupid iPhone Shadow. The Guilty Gear Xrd Sign Limited Edition for the PS4. There's all the anime Blu-rays and stuff that I have. And back here we have the Omega Quintet Limited Edition, and as well as the Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma LE box that I told you about. But that's not all to my Neptunia stuff, folks, because we have got to come over to this wall. And here you see a Neptunia Victory wall scroll of one of the in-game CGs. Again, back when NIS of America was had the license to the franchise, they had a whole bunch of cool swag that you could buy on their online store. And some of it was like t-shirts, which I had the ones for Neptune and Noir. I don't have the ones for Blonde and Vert because, quite frankly, I don't care about them. They're not my favorite characters. Noir is. In fact, she's my wifey, but the rest. But I'm sure you all know that by now. But anyway, they also sold wall scrolls as well as Geeklees. Giclees. I don't know how to pronounce it. I didn't buy any of those expensive Geeklee portraits because they're $300, but I did pick up two wall scrolls. There is this one right there. I think there was one of the events where Netgear falls on Noir. I think, I don't remember. But I also got this one, which is not really an event CG, but it was just promotional art for Hyperdimension Neptunia Mark II. So yeah, as you can see, it's Netgear going to school or something or whatever, with the wind trying to blow up her skirt. So oh, and she's wearing glasses too. And but if we come down here, excuse the mess, I also own the besides the P4D Disco Fever edition, the Hyperdimension Neptunia 1 and 2 art books, which unfortunately these aren't updated to reflect the Rebirth series of art books because, you know, but there is, I mean, blah, but it does give you some neat character profile information, like their height, their weight, their place in the game industry, tournaments, focus please, results, aka their popularity chart, and yeah, Nisa's number 8. There was Gus, and fuck you, Gus. Actually, fuck you too, Nisa. The character Nisa, not the company Nisa. There's Greenheart, and and while I'm at it, fuck Berkeley, new. Fuck Berkeley, new. There's the wifey in action, Blackheart, and of course she's also the most popular character in the series, at least as of the time this book was translated and printed. I know that they had the popularity poll again, and you know, Blonde won that one, unfortunately. So now she's getting her own spin-off game, which is called Mega Tagmention Blonde and Neptune versus Zombies. And so yeah, she's the second most popular as of this book. I mean, Purple Heart, not Blonde. And Blonde is supposed to be played exactly like Neptunia up there, but in a school setting. Which, you know, even though, you know, I don't really like Blonde all that much, I'm still looking forward to it. I'll still buy its limited edition because, hey, that means wifey in school uniform. Not to mention rip apart and all that stuff. Ah, fuck it all. Straighten that back out later. Now let's come over here and look at my computer desk. If I can pull my chair up from behind me, that would be great. Yeah, see that? That's my new chair. This here is the I almost forgot. That right there, that's the Hyperdimension Noir wall scroll that, miniature wall scroll that comes with the limited edition. So, yeah. Now you know. Now I didn't forget. Yeah, there is the art book that comes with. There's the focus please, the Neptunia cloth. You know, which I love looking at this artwork. It's probably my favorite box art next to the actually, no, I take that back. I like all these box arts right here. I like them all pretty much. Except for maybe the Rebirth 3 one, which, but I want to say that PP, Anime, Victory, Lunchbox, Blackheart Blu-ray, and Noir Limited Edition are pretty much my favorites when they're lined up together like this. But, yeah. This is also the the calendar that came with Rebirth 2 limited edition. That's also why I wanted to buy it, because I figured it would be a nice piece of display art. Yeah, it only covers up to January 2016 though, so yeah. Anyway, there's the CPU candidates as appears on the box art. There's them dressed as maids. Iffy kissing Neppy Jr. The kids cosplaying. The kids playing games. Noir and Nepgear getting married. I'm just going to pretend that either Nepgear is helping Noir present flowers to me for my marriage. I'm just messing with you. Or Noir is helping Nepgear present flowers to Uni for their marriage. And there's Noir with her swimsuit inside out. There's Neppy and Nep Jr. Naked, and Neptune not minding it one bit. Oh Neptune, whatever am I going to do with you? There's the two sisters Huggy, which, by the way, I just want to say, I honestly think Purple's sister is a lot cuter than Nepgear is. Well, not a lot, but she's just definitely cuter, in my honest opinion, when she changes forms to HDD. I mean, I know her personality doesn't really change all that much, but whatevers. She's still cute. I prefer Purple Sister over Nepgear every day of the week. I don't know what I was trying to say. There's Uni being fucked by a green Dogu, which, you know, that can happen in Neptunia U, but not quite to the extent as this. Because, you know, they just get their clothes torn off if they take too much damage. There's the two CPU candidate fastest friends, brides, whatever the term is for lesbians, playing in the pajamas, playing oh, they're not playing, they're just hanging out. And there's Eastwar or Isti, whichever one you want to call her, just looking up at the stars, talking to the CPU mascot, I think, of Louis, Last Station, and as well as Planet Neptune and Leanbox. And there's the CPU candidates as they appear on the standard edition box art, as well as on the title screen of the game. So yeah, let me fix it back to Uni being fucked by a green Dogu. So yeah, I like it better like that. And of course, we got a whole bunch of, you know, soundtracks. There's Neptunia U, there's Neptunia Victory. Behind that, I believe, is Rebirth 2. There's a Mega Quintet, Guilty Gear, and probably a bunch of non-Neptunia things like, yeah, Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma. What is that? Oh, Time and Eternity. I wish I could turn the lights on mid-recording, but I can't do that. Yeah, that's about the extent of it. Yeast is at the very bottom. I don't have the game for that either. I should really gotta get that picked up on PSN, but yeah, there's the Tales of Zestiria. Yeah, there's the Tales of Zestiria art book, which I would still wish I could take screenshots. Bandai Namco, hint hint. What else do I have? There's the Final Fantasy Type 0 limited edition, Time and Eternity art book. Did I say limited edition? I meant the manga that comes with the limited edition of the game. I don't think there's any more Neptunia stuff back there. Anyway, that, I believe that is actually all for, or actually, yeah, one more thing. Two more things, actually. This would be the Iris Heart, Purple Heart mousepad that comes with the Rebirth 2 Limited Edition, and I really wish I could turn on the flash while I'm recording this, because god damn it can I not see that up all that close. But what I can see is my Windows 10 lock screen wallpaper, which is of the high-res version of you know, the picture of me and wifey getting, I mean, Netgear getting what am I saying today? It's the high-res version of the picture that I just showed you in the Rebirth 2 limited edition calendar of Netgear helping me and wifey get married. Wifey heart, that is. Of course, you know I mean no more. But yeah, this actually comes directly from the Steam card artwork. So yeah, because, you know, I actually have all 3 games on Steam as well, but I don't, as well as PS Vita. But yeah, main reason why I bought the Steam games in the first place is because 1080p event artworks and Steam card artworks and things like that. And there's what my PS4 looks like now. Make a note of that for when a couple of months comes later and a certain Neptunia limited edition finally comes out, which I will be pre-ordering next week as soon as I possibly can, because, you know, I've gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Yeah, cause yeah, I'm buying all the Neptunia limited editions now that, you know, I can afford them. And just because I can. And I don't know why I'm still talking, because the video's pretty much over. Well, there's the PS TV. I use it for my Japanese account, mainly. I don't have a memory card for it, but I have the 64GB card from my main Vita. But, yeah. Anyway, this has been my Neptunia-filled, mostly Neptunia-themed room tour, and so yeah, I didn't get any of this stuff from Japan, but because, you know, this all comes from like limited editions released in the US and stuff. But but this has been T-Job, and I will see you guys next time. By the way, this is what I look like with my Purple Heart t-shirt on. Don't I look just spiffy?